I think I'm going to take a break from the top and work on the bottom. I don't know, can you see that? Sort of where the knife dug into the side. I think I'm just going to have to fill that after the fact. But over here, where the kerf doesn't quite hook up to the side, yeah, I don't know, I have to do something about that. But no, that's the way it was. I didn't do that. You know, I thought maybe I did when I was pulling off the side, but yeah, that's factory. Now all these little gaps down on the bottom, oh, there. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave those alone. I'm afraid if I get everything wet with glue, everything's going to change shape. And I think things are going to be bad enough trying to get the top back on. Yeah, I'm just going to do the best I can to clean out the crack. With a knife, because it's flexible for quite a ways, and then I'll just fill it with some glue and I don't know, maybe popsicle sticks or toothpicks. Toothpicks and popsicle sticks. That'll be good, because I just don't want to mess with it too much, because it'll mess with the geometry. Oh, great. You know, one of these days I'm going to get a good knife where the blade doesn't keep popping out. Alright. Oh, look how far that goes. That's real workmanship we got. I wonder what happened. Why did all these gaps open up in the first place anyway? Yeah, so I'll put some tape in the bottom to keep the glue from dripping down the side and fill it up with something. Fill it up with something and glue. Well, it's possible you missed the part when I was filling it up with glue. But filling up the crack with glue. And it's still soaking in there a little bit. But I'm going to put in some toothpicks, just for good measure. some more glue on there. Oops. I don't know how many more of these I want. Need to put the sharp end in. There. How about here? Yeah. Start using the sharp end over here too. Because I don't really want to push it out or change the shape. How are we doing? Well, this is not good for my back. because it's too high for me to see. I'm sitting in my chair. Yep. Yeah, you might have missed where I put in the tape, filled it with glue, and made the epic decision. No, you might have missed when I cleaned it out with a knife, too. My priceless dollar store knife. Well, actually, it isn't priceless. It costs $1. $1 knife. I might have to get more toothpicks. Quick! Before the glue dries. Let's put some more over here. Okay. That's enough toothpicks. You see. See if I can ruin these wonderful sawed-off pliers that I've also had approximately forever. See, I don't think they're stainless steel, but they're Swedish. Nice Swedish steel. They're very sharp, and they've always been that way. I use them to cut wire and wood. Okay, that's probably clean enough. Let's look at how artistic. Oh, I have a gap in the middle. I might need an extra toothpick. Here. Yeah. Just one more toothpick. And just to make sure. I'll give that a minute. Now there's a guy who made a movie about the history of the Egmond Guitar Company, which is in, what language do they speak? Dutch. All in Dutch. But he subtitled part of it. And there's actually still some guys who used to work at the factory that he interviewed. Yeah, can you believe it? There's still people who worked at the Egmond factory. Now, I might have to show them my video of my experience with the guys who worked at the Egmond factory. Like, dude, could you please have glued the kerf on at the factory. I mean, you know, do you think you could have done that? But, you know, this is kind of cool. This will be fun when it's time to sand that down. And I will sand it down. I think well, I still got a little bit more glue on the top to get off with my, what do you call this thing? Chisel. But the top, I've already gone around it with the chisel to get as much of the glue off as I could. But in this case, I'm just gonna sand it. And wait till you see how I sand it. You're gonna like it. Okay. That's enough for now. Okay. Well, I've decided I'm done, even if I'm not. As far as using the chisel on the edges, I went over the gluing surface with 220 sandpaper to either it roughed it up or smoothed it out, depending on where I was. And, you know, we got down, you know, that water-stained wood, got down past some of the rotten wood. All I can say is I hope I got enough of the glue off that this thing sticks. Yeah, I expect when I glue it down there'll be a nice gap on the edge, because it's impossible to be perfectly flat towards the edge, especially when you're sanding. But anyway, next comes the brace, or whatever it is I'm going to do to reinforce the X. Okay, let's take off the clamp, see what we got. Well, I gotta say, it turned out pretty nice. Okay, so I'll go over the top a little bit with a chisel. And then, oh, excuse me. Nice lunch. Then we'll see what we do next. Okay, so that took remarkably little to clean up. Well, clean up pretty good. I think at this point, a lot of guys would get their fret leveling beam sander out and you know, level the wood on the sides. I don't have one, but I've got this still. I think for now I'll take up one of those pieces of sandpaper, and if I need to level my frets, I'll put it back down again. Now the nice thing about holding the sandpaper down with duct tape is that piece of sandpaper is totally reusable. It's almost like new. So it won't be a problem putting it back down. Yeah. Now the duct tape isn't reusable, but that's okay. Point is, try that with your super glue. Anyway, more to come. Okay, well that'll probably do. Let's see. That's what I get for making fun of duct tape, or what was I making fun of? Super glue. That's right. Just for that, I'm gonna have to use some on something someday. Maybe. But just so you know, I don't really like super glue. Did C.F. Martin have super glue? I don't think so. course, he didn't have tight bond either, but that's different. Okay, so I put it back together. I thought I'd try taping just one side for now to see how that works on the sides of the guitar. Well, the answer is no, not really. It's better to have duct tape down both sides, I think. So I put it back, so just in case I need to level the frets, I can, but we'll see. Oops, I almost forgot. I need to do some about those holes, since kind of the whole point of all this was to, or one of the points was to see if I could get the tailpiece to align with the neck. So I'll fill the old holes with glue and, what, toothpicks? Sounds good. And I'll try and remember to remove the tape I put in to prevent glue from dribbling down the side from where I re-glued the kerf.